and welcome to our pre-Halloween practice. So just checking in that making sure that everybody has a nice sturdy chair that's on a stable base, and that the height of your chair allows your feet to be flat on the floor. Working from the feet up through the body. Observe the breath. Close the eyes. And narrow your focus to the breath. Stacking the spine, notice if the breath becomes a bit more free in its movement. Allowing more space in the front body. Allowing space for the belly to expand, the ribs to expand. And feel the breath moving from the belly through the ribs up to the collarbones like a rising tide. And then empty the lungs completely, drawing the belly back towards the spine, allowing the ribs to move back in towards center. And think of the exhale breath like a receding tide. The breath rising and falling. Feel the action of the breath all the way from the sit bones to the top of the head as you breathe in and out. Stretch out your exhale breath. Now I'm going to give you a count, but today I'm going to modify our normal count with a short hold between the inhale and exhale and inhale. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. One more round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2. Just come back to your normal rhythm of breath. And let's take 4 rounds as your own time and speed. You might add that pause if you feel it's appropriate. Two more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Final round. Inhale. Exhale. Now, let's do one more breathing. We're going to do another breathing exercise. This time, we're going to divide our inhale and exhale breaths into thirds. So, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, exhale, pause, exhale, pause. So again, just checking in with your seated mountain pose, making sure the front body is open to receive the breath. Inhale 1/3. Pause. Inhale 2/3. Pause. And inhale the final third. Pause. Exhale 1/3. Pause. Inhale 2/3. Pause. And empty the lungs. Pause. Inhale 1/3. Pause. Inhale 2/3. Pause. Inhale the final third. Pause. Exhale 1/3. Pause. 2/3. Pause. And final third. Pause. Final round. Inhale 1/3. Pause. Inhale 2/3. Pause. Fill the lungs. Pause. Exhale 1/3. Pause. 2/3. Pause. Empty out for. And again, come back to your normal rhythm for 4 rounds. Two more rounds. Inhale. Final round. Inhale. So just take a moment before we get into the more active parts of our practice to just notice if the breath work we've done this morning has just changed your attitude, changed the way you feel, changed the way you might be approaching your practice in any way. Inhale the arms overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale back to heart center. And final time, inhale the arms overhead and exhale back to heart center. Press the palms into each other. Press them firmly enough into each other that you might notice the shoulder blades to start to spread a little bit away from the spine. And turn the fingers towards the floor. Try to keep the shoulder blades from riding up the back. Draw them down. And inhale, come back up, pointing the fingers towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers and press the palms towards me. Raise the palms overhead, pointing towards the ceiling. And as the arms come up, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Release the arms. Take the hands behind you. And you can grasp the end of the chair, edge of the chair, or interlace the hands and press the knuckles into the seat of the chair, coming into a gentle back bend, drawing the shoulder blades into each other and pressing the knuckles or the hands into the seat of the chair, opening and lifting the chest, but keeping the chin, keeping that grapefruit gripped in between the chin and the collarbones, the notch of the collarbones. Inhale, come back to center. Raise the arms overhead. And let's exhale, forward fold over the legs. We'll just make it a very gentle fold to begin. Pull the sit bones back with the edge of the chair to tilt the pelvis forward, keeping the spine right from the sacrum all the way up to the back of the neck in line as we fold forward. Inhale, come up and come back to neutral spine. Breathe in, exhale. Remember, we're always folding from the hips. We try to avoid folding from the waist. We fold from the hips. Let's raise the arms overhead once more. Exhale, fold forward. And this time, you might bring your blocks beside the ankles at any height. You might keep the hands on the thighs. As we fold forward, and again, remember, we're folding over the crease of the hips and bringing the hands to the blocks or the floor. Inhale, and let's raise the arms up the front and draw the hands back, heart center. So just to emphasize that forward fold, let's take the thumbs and press the thumbs into this area at the crease of the hips. So right at that area at the crease of the hips, and press the thumbs firmly into that area. Draw the shoulder blades back. Open and lift the chest and fold over the legs, pressing the thumb into that joint, hip joint, and feeling the body wrap right around the thumb. Inhale, come all the way up. Inhale the arms overhead, and exhale the hands back to heart center. Bring the arms beside you. Let's continue. We'll begin to warm up the shoulders now we're going to march first with the arms and then with the legs. So inhale, raise the arm for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay attention to how the shoulder is moving. 4, 5. Mary's added some weights, so you can add weights. 6 to increase the resistance here. 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Check in, make sure your seated mountain pose is good and stable before we add the legs in our seated march. So again, that motion is occurring in that area of the hip joint. The back is very stable, so stabilize the spine by firming up these muscles at the front and the back, and lift 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Let's get some movement, coordinated movement of the legs and the arm from to the side. So reach your left hand out towards me. You can get a bit more freedom of movement in the right hip if you slide towards the side of your chair and maybe take that hip slightly off the edge of the chair and open the leg for 1 and arm for 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Continue to hold that arm out. Stretch the leg out now. Again, strengthen those core muscles back and front and open for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and hold 12 out to the side. Hopefully your block is handy and you can reach the left hand onto the block and stretch that right palm up towards the air. That arm might stretch out. And breathe here. Bring the block up. Switch it to the opposite side. Come back and maybe switch now. Slide a little towards the left of your chair. Let's stretch the right hand towards me. And try and make the movement. Engage the muscles throughout the whole range of movement. So as we move the arm out to the side and the leg out to the side, don't just sort of launch the leg and let momentum carry it. Move deliberately throughout the whole range of motion for 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Inhale as we open, exhale back. Inhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And come back to center. Still holding the right arm out, extend the left leg, and you can either drag it or lift it and go out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Hold out, bring the hand onto the block. See if that left hip will roll away from the chair to stack. Let's extend that arm up. And reach over and breathe. Come forward, come back up to center, drag the leg in, come back to seated mountain. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh out the exhale through the mouth. Sitting with both feet flat on the floor, press the toe bases into the floor and raise all 10 toes away from the floor. Look down at them and see if you can spread them any amount. Come back to seated. And we're going to do a double heel raise now. And actually, if you wanted to bring your weights onto the thighs just below, above the knees, and give yourself a little extra resistance for these heel raises. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, Let's do 2 more sets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Loosen things up there now. Final set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's move from the feet and the calves now to the core. So bring those weights, if you have them in hand or not, just cross them across the chest. And make sure that those core muscles are staying fully engaged, back and front, supporting the spine. And now as we lean back, I want you to feel those core muscles supporting the body as you roll back. And then exhale as we come forward. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, and we'll hold on 12. For 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back to neutral. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. So particularly important when we're doing those holds, and something that's a bit of a high, medium or to high intensity part of our practice. Make sure that we keep the breath going rather than holding the breath. So inhale, lean towards the back of the chair, and exhale, squeeze the breath out as we fold over the crease of the hips. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale for 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. Inhale for 9. 9. Exhale. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Come back to neutral. And let's roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Come to a very stable and strong seated mountain pose. Make sure the shoulder blades are coming into center on the back, towards the spine. Firm up the core. We're going to do some side raises. So we want to make sure that the shoulders are moving in their most stable area in the shoulder socket. So make sure the arms are sort of straight back and the movement is going out towards the side. So lift for 1. Exhale for 1. Lift for 2. Exhale for 2. Lift for 3. Exhale for 3. Lift for 4. Exhale for 4. Lift for 5. Exhale for 5. Try and make sure everybody's stacking the spine. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And come back to the side for 12. We'll do some lateral moves, taking the weight now down to the floor. Again, try and keep the weight as even as you can on both sit bones. So the movement is coming by taking the spine laterally, and both sit bones are going to stay pretty much anchored on the seat of the chair, so that we're working the muscles that move the spine laterally rather than just tilting the body. So both sit bones anchored onto the mat, and let the right hand reach towards the floor. Inhale, come through center. Left hand, inhale through center. Right hand. 2. 3. 3. 4, supporting the spine. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Arms still at the side, weights parallel to the seat of the chair. Bring the weights up to the shoulders for 1, and then drag them down for 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. So elbows glued to the lower ribs. 7. 7. 8. That's it. 8. 9. 9. Hug the elbows to the lower ribs. 10. Draw them down. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Set the weights aside. Take the right hand to the left elbow and draw the left elbow up towards the ceiling, stretching the triceps on the left side. Work the fingertips into the space between the shoulders. And firm up the core, because the ribs can start to pop out here. And let's release the left side. Left hand to right elbow. Take it up and reach the hand into the space between the shoulder blades. Breathe here. And let's release those arms down. Roll forward, up, back, and down. Hopefully your weights haven't gone too far away. I'm going to pick the weights up. Just pick one up right now. And since it's a cold day, we're going to need to split some wood today. So we've got a good supply of wood for our fireplace tonight. So again, tilt the body forward. Keep this, make sure we're folding over the crease of the hips. And let's lift that axe and then split the wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Come back to center. Let's walk the feet in. And since Halloween's coming tomorrow, maybe we can all think of ourselves as Darth Vader and our weight is our lightsaber. So we're going to take our lightsaber down to the side and we're going to lift it up. How did that go? Boom. And 1. And 2. And 3. And put in a little Darth Vader type breathing. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Oh, we better do 11 and 12. And come back to center. Just stabilize the body for a moment. And everybody take in a nice deep breath and sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale. So we need to balance things out to make sure that we're ready for attacks from either side. So reach your lightsaber towards the floor and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep breathing. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And set your weights aside. Come back to center. Stack the spine. Let's take 4 complete rounds of the breath. To wrap up our sitting practice before coming up to standing. Three, 4. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to grab a drink. And let's come up and face the seat of our chair. And if you know that facing the seat of the chair doesn't really work for you, you can do most of the things that we're going to do facing the back of the chair as well. So facing the seat of the chair or the back. Come to standing. Press the feet firmly into the floor and feel a rebound going all the way up the body from the soles of the feet, where the feet connect to the floor, all the way to the top of the head. Hug the legs into center. Lift the arches and the inner line of the legs. Firm up the core. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, fold towards the seat of the chair. Supporting your hands on the chair, forming an L shape with the upper body and the chair. Feet are hip distance apart, feet are parallel. And raise the heels. Lower the heels slowly to the floor. Raise up again for 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And hold on tiptoes for 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And let the heel come back to the floor. Flip the toe on the right foot and just come on to the top of the toes and stretch out the front of the ankle. This is one I find very unpleasant. So keep drag that right foot in and flip over to the left foot and come onto the top of the toes. Drag the left foot in and bring the heels together and point the toes out to the side of the mat. And so we'll do some heel raises here, heels touching, toes pointing out. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift for 3 and lower. Lift for 4 and lower. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Now, toes touch, heels wide. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Breathe and keep the core firm. 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Walk the feet out into a low V. So the toes now can point out slightly towards angle, maybe angle about 45 degrees towards the side. And let's bend, come into a squat, and either support yourself on the chair or just come up. Perhaps bring the hands together at heart center and raise one heel, lower. Raise the opposite heel, lower, right, lower, left, lower, right, and see if we can come up onto the toes on both feet. And lower the heels and fold forward. Bring the feet parallel. And again, if you're facing the back of the chair, you can just bring your hands onto the back of the chair. Or if you're facing the seat of the chair, you might bring your elbows onto the chair. Lift the inner line of the legs and fold towards the seat. Again, if you have a level of flexibility that permits you to bring the hands to the floor without rounding the back, please do so. Let's inhale, come up. Heel toe the feet back into center. Come to hip distance apart and let's back the feet away from us. So if you're facing the back of the chair, come into an L shape. If you're facing the seat of the chair, come into a V shape. You can try the feet hip distance or take them a little wider apart to come into an L pose facing the back of the chair, or a downward dog facing the seat of the chair. Bend the knees slightly. And again, option to stay in downward dog or bring the body weight to bear on the arms to come into a chair modified plank pose. And press back to L or down dog. Stretching the body out here in down dog. Walk in towards the chair. And let's come all the way up to standing in standing mountain pose. Exhale the hands back to heart center. We'll finish off our standing work with our tree pose today. So, building the foundation in that right side. Raise the heel on the outer leg. Bring the heel to the ankle, the calf, or if you're feeling particularly flexible today, the inner thigh. Focus on anything but me. And open the arms. Draw the hands back to heart center, release, and step out of your tree pose. And just shake anything out, bounce a little bit. And either turn around or bring the chair to your opposite side. Establish the foundation. Lift the heel. Open the either heel lifted, ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Open. Draw back to center. Release. Shake out. Grab a drink. Anything you need to stay comfortable and final relaxation. And let's come back to seated. Just before we come to our final relaxation, take the feet just into a small V. Let both knees sway right. Both knees sway left. This time go right and hold. Take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and twist left. Inhale, come back to center, let both knees sway. Left hand outside of right thigh and twist right. Inhale, come back to center and take any movements that you need to just settle the body before we come to final relaxation. Slide the body towards the back of the chair, but avoid slouching into the back of the chair. Keep the spine supported and long. Perhaps moving from an engagement to an awareness of the muscles positioning. Close the eyes. And visualize that warm wood fire that we built with the wood we split during our practice today. It might be in a fireplace. It might be in an open fire pit. You can feel the warmth from this fire on your face, on your hands, and perhaps even penetrating through the clothing you're wearing. The flames crackle. The orange, the yellow, the red. And because the wood you split was perfectly dry, there's no smoke. And you might be alone beside the campfire, or beside the fireplace, or with friends and family. And let your concentration focus on the flames, on the glowing wood, and on the warmth that you feel. The breath even and smooth, and the body fully relaxed. And now with those images fixed in your mind and the sense of well-being and relaxation you've developed through your practice, again, fixed in the body, let's begin to deepen the breath and bring some movement back to the body. Slide yourself back towards the front of your chair. Stack the spine. Connect to the support of the chair and the floor, of the grounded sense that you come from being attached to the floor and to the earth. Continue to deepen the breath as we raise the arms overhead with an inhale breath. Draw the hands back to heart center. And thank yourself for making time for today's practice. Thank each other for sharing your practice. And thank you so much for the honor of guiding you through your practice today. Thank you. Thank you.